Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Els. As you might see right here, I have my physical TBR for this summer and I want to go through it with you guys. I do also have a big written TBR of books that I don't own yet that I want to buy, and I also have a big TBR for my honors thesis research, which I will be doing throughout the summer and the fall, and that is all just rom-coms, so that's really fun. I will probably make a separate video on my thesis research and work. But anyway, this is my TBR. I really have tried to reach across genres and grab a bunch of different books for myself to read. I leave Florida tomorrow, which means that I have to take all of these books with me, and so I had to do some real picking and choosing and deciding which books should come with and which books can stay here. I'll be back in Florida in August and reunited with my bookshelves, but until then, I have to have some books to tide me over. First, let's take a little thumbnail picture. It is raining outside because it's Florida, it's summertime, so if you hear the rain, that's what that is. Starting off with some books that I'm currently reading. I'm currently in the middle of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This is one, I love the Narnia movie, but I've never actually read the books, or at least I haven't since I've been able to actually remember. I am adoring it. I just love it. It's so good. Okay, another book that I'm currently reading is A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. This one I'm not very far into. It's a very dense read, and during the school year it was just too much, and so this is one that I'm hoping to get through this summer because I've been loving the writing. I love the story. I just need to actually have the brain power to read it. Another one that I'm currently in the middle of To Woo and to Wed. This is, I think, the 5th book in the Regency Vows series, and it's one of my favorite series ever. It's so good and so cute. This is like Bridgerton, but better. This book is about Sophie and West. It is a second chance, marriage of convenience, fake engagement, fake dating rom-com, and oh my gosh, it's so cute and I absolutely love it. I think this might be the last book in the series, and I'm really sad about that. My only qualm is that it's written in 3rd person, and I think that's why it's been so hard for me to actually sit down and get into it, but I'm hoping to finish it today since I only have 50 pages left. Now some books that are actually on my TBR. We have Hamnet. This book I've been trying to read for so long. This is a fiction book about Shakespeare and his life and marrying Anne Hathaway and all of that. I love Shakespeare, as we all know. I study Shakespeare. I read a lot of Shakespeare. But I've never read this book, and every time I go to a bookstore I always see it and I'm always oh my gosh, I need to read that. I started this one about 2-3 years ago, and I just put it down because I was already in a Shakespeare class and it was just too much for me to handle. Now is the time. Okay, I lied when I said that we were moving on to books that I haven't started. Long Way Down. This is, I think, the 9th book in the Addicted Calloway Sisters series. I'm 150 pages in. It's just so hard to get into. I don't know if it's just it's been a while since I've really engaged with this series, or if it's just kind of boring. It's a lot of their day-to-day lives, which is nice to see, but kind of boring. And I hate to say that because I love these characters so much. I know that getting through this will be good because I really want to read the last book in the series and just finish it up, to know what happens and to kind of see their full happy ending. I think would be so worth it and just worth powering through this one. This book is about Lily and Reich also, and the 1st book in the series is Addicted to You. Okay, now on to books that I actually haven't read. Promise Me Sunshine. I haven't started it, but I'm so glad I picked it up. Destiny Sidwell has recommended this on her channel, I think once or twice, and both times she just raved about it, so I knew I had to pick it up. This is kind of a friends to lovers rom-com / romance, and it's about Lenny, who's grieving the loss of her best friend, and so it's this beautiful romance, but also this beautiful friendship, but also dealing with grief, which I think is so powerful. I love it when rom-coms are something deeper, so I'm really excited to read this. Okay, the next book is The Beach at Summerley. This is a dual timeline historical novel. I don't know, I kind of read the back, but I think it gives the vibe of L'Affaire. If you know that book, you probably don't, because I'd never heard of it until I saw it at the library and picked it up. But it's just very much following kind of the characters and their lives. And I'm so excited to read this. I think it'll just be a really beautiful, gentle read. Okay, the next book on my TBR is The Last Thing He Told Me. This, I believe, is kind of a mystery thriller. It's this woman who's working with her stepdaughter to find her missing husband. I could be so wrong about all these books. I've just read the back. But I'm really excited about this one. Everyone raves about it. And I think that this could just be a really fun beach read, because I know like thrillers are so engaging. You could tear through these in a day. This will be perfect. Next is The Secret History. This book, of course, you know it. It's huge on TikTok. This is like the first dark academia book. Everyone loves this one. I absolutely love If We Were Villains, which is like the Shakespeare version of this book, where it's like a bunch of kids get super into their studies. One of them dies. So I'm really excited to read this. I know I'm gonna love it. I don't know if I'll like it more than If We Were Villains. And I think part of my problem is that I will be comparing them as I read it. But I'm still excited. Next is The Wake Up Call. I don't know if I'm actually going to finish this one. I am a little over halfway through. This is such a fun rom-com book. It's like a workplace enemies to lovers. So funny, such great banter. There's like this whole, how do I even explain it? There's like a little element of them trying to locate the owners of these old engagement rings that they found in the hotel they work at. So like that's a fun like little thing. They're kind of trying to solve the mystery of where these rings came from. It's really cute. I really liked it when I first picked it up and I was powering through it, but then I set it down and I just like never returned to it. So I guess I wasn't that engaged. It also has very big like Christmassy vibes, which is super cute, but kind of hard to read in the summer. And it's also written in British English, which I don't know why it irks me, but it does. Next, we have The Starless Sea. This I learned about on TikTok, bought it, and now I've owned it for like 3 years. So it is time for me to either read it or chuck it. Like I have to pick. And I'm really hoping to read it because every time I've like flipped to a random page and read like a sentence, the sentence has been beautifully written. So I know I'll like this, at least I'll like the prose, but I don't know, it feels like, I'm just worried that it's gonna be too much or too dense or too like fantastical. I know this is a fantasy and everything that I've seen about it, which has been very little, has been super duper positive. It's about this person who gets like sucked into a magical world, which is like super fun and cool, but we'll see. I definitely want to read it though, because again, the writing sounds so beautiful, and like the aesthetic videos that I saw about this on TikTok made it look like it would just be a lovely read. So hoping to read this one. Finally, we have another thriller. This one is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I've read a few of his books and I've loved almost all of them. They definitely have a lot of twists and turns, and they're definitely not like 5-star phenomenal change your life reads, but they are really fun. This is set in 1991. I'm pretty sure it takes place over the course of one night, and everything that I've read about it, seen about it, it does kind of give that like slasher vibe, which is such like a summertime vibe, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, and that is it for my physical TBR. I'm gonna do a quick read through of titles on my notes app TBR, and if you recognize any of them, comment below and tell me if it was worth it, because there are like probably 40 books on that TBR. We have Offside by Avery Keelan, Scoring Forever by Jacqueline Snow, Bloodguard by Cece Robson, Zodiac Academy, A Little Life, Diary of an Oxygen Thief, Alive and Wells, See You Next Winter by Holly June Smith, Safety Measures by Maeve Hazel, Perfect Spiral by Ashley Constantine, Empire of Pain, Sackler Dynasty, Finding Haze by Laura Pavlov, Dear Rosie by S.J. Tilley. I just knocked over all my books. We Were Liars, The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer, Unsteady by Peyton Corinne, Forces of Nature by Elle Rivers, Law of Attraction, Downpour by Maggie Gates, The Heartbreaker by Sarah Kate, by Grand Central Station, I Sat Down and Wept, Off the Beaten Path by Madison Wright, Cruel Prince, The End Zone, Promise Me by Carly Jean, The Way You Shine by Amelia Chazen, Death of a Salesman, Sinners Condemned, Sunburn by Chloe Mitchell Halburn, He Found Me by Joy Mollett, Empire Land, Under Any Conditions by Elle Rivers, Magnolia Parks, Babel, An Arcane History, Between Life and Death, Maiden and the Unseen, The Predator, Ninth House, which is on my physical TBR. I do actually have that one. Breakaway by Grace Riley, Return of Carrie Soto, and The Stand-In Boyfriend. So let me know if you've read any of those, and if they were good, and if they were actually worth buying. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some new book recs, and please comment if you've read literally any of these. I'm so excited to read these. Subscribe for more. Maybe I'll do reviews of these books once I read them, and I'll see you next time.